Hey, it's Sydney with Tastefully Frugal, and I'm so excited today. I get to share with you Cricut's newest machine, the Cricut Joy. Now this machine might seem smaller than some of the other Cricut machines you're used to, but it can do a whole lot of awesome. So let's go ahead and unbox it and get started. All right, let's open her up. The first thing I noticed when I opened this box is this beautiful teal blue color. I just love the look of this thing. We also have our owner's manual. Inside your owner's manual, you'll find instructions as well as a beginner project. And then we have a Cricut Joy pen. I'll talk more about the pens in just a moment. And our power cord. Now, one thing that you need to know with the Joy is all of the Joys are Bluetooth capable. Unlike the other Cricut machines, there is not another cable that you connect your machine to your computer to. So the only cord you're going to have is your power cord. Now, you know that Cricut loves their accessories, and you know I love Cricut accessories. So of course, with the new machine, that means there's some new materials, new accessories, and I'm really excited to tell you about these. Some of these are going to be a game changer. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of these different materials. As you can see, there are a lot of new accessories that go with the Cricut Joy. Let's start with some of the new materials first. I want to start with these smart labels. This is a brand new product from Cricut. It is a writable vinyl. So you can take this, and it is matless. You use any of the Cricut Joy pens. No, the pens for the Joy are different than your regular Cricut pens, so only use pens that say Joy in your Joy machine. Use these pens to write on the vinyl to make labels for like your kitchen, playroom, anything you'd want to label on. One thing to note though, that the best pens to use for these are any of them except for the gel pens. The gel pens tend to run a little bit. Another neat product, even though Cricut is known for its vinyl, this is a new length of vinyl. You have a 10-foot option, a 20-foot option, and then all of your standard rolls of vinyl. You can choose between removable and permanent, and they all are 48 inches or 4 feet long. So you have a lot more vinyl options. Also note that they are 5.5 inches long. The widest cut you can do with the Cricut Joy is 4.5 inches long. We also have our transfer tape. That is the size for the vinyl with the Cricut. All of those materials that I've showed you so far, you can use matless. That's why they're called smart vinyl or matless vinyl. You can also do this with the iron-on. Now there are dozens of colors of iron-on and vinyl that will be available on March 1st when Joy is available to purchase. Other materials like infusible ink, you still need to have a mat for. So there are a few different mat sizes. You have your standard mat size, which is 4.5 by 6.5. And this comes in your standard grip and your light grip. And then you can also get a longer mat for those cuts that you need to be a little bit longer, like if you're making coasters, which I'll show you here in just a bit with infusible ink, you'll want to use this longer mat, which is 4.5 by 12 inches. Another new mat, which I am so excited about, is the card mat. This has a little flap inside, which I'll show you. So you can just put your card in and cut out on the front of the design. The Joy will cut out the design. You put the insert in and you're ready to go. You can get cards for any holiday, any celebration in just a few minutes. There are also several different card packs available. These card packs come in 10 or 12 counts. They have several different colors as well as the inserts and envelopes available for all of them. This is just one sample of a card that you can do. We'll show you some more here in just a little bit. I mentioned infusible ink before the transfer sheets. You also have infusible ink pens that are specific for the Joy. And if you ever need a new blade or housing, this is the box that comes in. You do have your blade and housing that comes with your Cricut Joy, so you won't need to buy one right away. And this fun little carrying pouch as well that makes it super easy to store or carry on the go. There's also a new tool set that matches the Cricut Joy that comes with the tools that you'll need, your spatula, your scraper, and your weeding tool. So let's go ahead. Oh, one more product before I forget is this deluxe paper. These are really cool. It's an adhesive backed paper. They come in 10 packs and you have 5 different designs on them. So the possibilities for projects for this adhesive paper are endless as well. Now that we've unboxed the Joy, let's talk about what Joy can do. There are some differences with using the Joy machine versus using other machines, so let's go ahead and talk about those differences right away. As we open Joy up, one thing that you'll notice is that there's only one port here. So if you're using a project that has pens and cutting, like when you're making labels, you want to make sure to follow the on-screen prompts so you know which one goes in first. Talking about on-screen prompts as well, in Design Space, you'll notice that there are no buttons on Joy. So in order to cut your project, to load your mat and everything you need to do, all of those prompts are going to be in Design Space. So make sure that whether you're using your phone, your laptop, or your tablet, that you'll have that right next to you when you're crafting so that you can make sure, that you have the right pen or blade in, and also so you can make sure that your project can start. Let's talk about some of the fun projects and the new features that Joy has. My favorite feature, and something I've been waiting for so long, is matless cutting. The Joy allows you to cut without a mat, which makes crafting so much easier on the go. You'll notice here that you can't see them, but there are little sensors here that will pick up your vinyl as you load it. Unlike with the Air 2 or the Maker, where you can load your material and then select the material and go, you need to select your material in Design Space first, and then the Joy will sense the material as it goes in, and it will load it to make sure that you have enough length. Another one of my favorite new features of the Joy is the card mat. Now this mat is quite a bit different than the usual Cricut mats that you're used to. It has the space right here where you can put a card in, so there's no scoring needed, and it cuts it right there. This makes making cards for any and every occasion so easy and so simple. There are also lots of different card packs that are available from Cricut, and at just $6.99 for 10 cards, it's a lot more affordable than having to buy a card every different occasion. This is just one of the cards that are available. Check out a video a little bit later this week for a step-by-step tutorial on how to make these cards. Let's talk about some of the projects that you can make with the Joy. Now, all the materials you're used to using with your Cricut Explorer Air 2, you can use with the Joy. You can use vinyl, you can use iron-on, you can use infusible ink, but there's some new materials as well, like the card kits, but there's also the writable vinyl. This is a new material that allows you to use the pens to write right on the vinyl, and it doesn't smear. It's amazing. I used these to make labels for my daughter's toys, and it's so much easier to keep her toys organized and clean this way. They also have smaller width materials that are perfect for the Joy in infusible ink, vinyl, and iron-on. These are just a few other projects that I made. My kids love their Nintendo DS's, so we put different labels on their carriers so they can feel special, as well as I love organizing and customizing everything in my kitchen. I was able to make these fun labels for all the jars that are on my counter, and it was so easy to do with the Joy.